So here's a video about us making a shelf that we called a snake stack. It's like a rolling hall storage thing. Yeah, so here goes. So we started off by making a scheme to make better storage. Our only closet has these permanent shelves and doesn't really accommodate what we need, so it ended up like this.
Oh God, it's terrible!
And as much as Autumn and I love to complain, we knew we needed to make a change. We bought a bunch of IKEA boxes, the Canog leaks, and we put them together to make a shelf, and that was the plan. So here's the box.
Assembly required.
And that's the plan right there. Put it all together, and, we actually did it in the end, if you watch this whole thing. Autumn made that. She made this little painting she made it on a computer, and then she went and put the whole thing on, like, actual stuff. Now, here she is, because she's going to talk about it, because Autumn actually knows what's going on.
Well, thanks for having me on the show, Tate. It's a pleasure to be here. I drew with chalk pastels on unassembled boxes for our snake-themed cabinet. We do refer to our apartment as the Slytherin common room, so that was important to incorporate. Here I'm adding paint to our design, and I created a couple of different patterns to make our very unique snake. And currently I'm filling in the outlines, wiping away the chalk pastel and using a paint marker to create those crisp lines, because I can't paint with a paintbrush in a very accurate way that small. You should see me paint my nails. It's terrible. Here I am sanding to give it a bit of a distressed look. It really helps to cover up a lot of your mistakes if you decide that you want things to look bad when you start out doing it. So heavy.
I think the design ended up looking really cool. Here it is.
Bad tricks.
So step one, assemble the Canog leak boxes. Got to follow the instructions. Here is us following the instructions. A very important part of every build, to very closely follow them. Here we are. Step number one, you got the box and the thing. Step number two, you drill the thing into the thing. Here you can see that going in. And then you put the bottom into the things that you drilled or screwed or whatever. And then you point at it with your finger guns. Gotta have finger guns. You drill the other thing into the other thing, and then you don't step on it, because I did that and it kind of made a scary sound. I was actually like a little bit concerned for a second, but at that point we were able to put it together, so you can finally see the dry fit of how all the pieces fit. I said fit like 3 too many times. God, I'm sorry. So we're going to gain access to our stuff by prying off the sides of these boxes here. And I also used one of these as the wooden spacers, so that the 2 different types of casters that we were using would be the same height, exactly the same height. And once that was all set, it was time to just do it. Just put the things on the thing. So I, drill the holes, and you scrape away the dust, and you put in the screws. And that's how that works. You shake it, and it's like, ooh, yeah, it's attached. Look at that. Pretty simple. I don't really do that much measuring or clamping or anything, because I didn't have time for that, or really care enough. But anyways, at that point, we'd finished our skateboard, which was great to have around when I went to the parks and skated around, which is nice. I always wanted to be one of those skaters, so I did that for a bit. Now came the part when I attached the bottom box to the platform. Oh, by the way, this platform is actually a leftover shelf that we took out of another build. Yeah. Anyways, so this is just me attaching these boxes together. There's probably like a little bit too much footage of me just literally attaching boxes. But just in case you were curious about how I did it, this is how. And it's the easiest way. We use no glue because we want to be able to like use these boxes. Like I know glue is like good and better and like actually what holds wood together or something. I don't know. I mean, these boxes are made to stack. I really am not worried about the structural integrity. So I just used freaking metal mending braces, which I can just screw right off, and then I can use the boxes. That's the whole plan. And then we put a latch on the top one because our idea was to be able to take the top box on and off and secure it with a latch. And that actually works out pretty well. So we didn't rip off the sides or anything for this top box. We left it as a box, and you can like pull it off and junk. It's pretty neat. And that's how I attach the latch, baby. And now we could actually use it. And having had it for quite a bit, I'd say it's phenomenal. It suited a need that was very specific to our apartment, which is that we have no closet space. And we had, as you can see here, this little closet hole. And behind it is really poorly designed closets. So we made this thing, and it's working out great because before this thing, all that we had was closet with shelves that couldn't really be used very well, and then in front of that, just piles of shit, just piles. Not piles. It was like a small pile of like things that we use often because like we need access to things. It was frustrating. So we made this, and honestly, life's been great because now we have access to this stuff, but we can roll it out and we can access the existing shelves super duper easily.
That's terrible.